Hey there, sports fan. I love Roddy Piper.
Metal hip.
In fact, my Mount Rushmore of professional wrestlers is just Terry Funk 4 times. But if I could add a 5th, it would be Roddy Piper. And then Bret Hart 4 times.
Bill Goldberg.
I also love bad fitness videos.
So we go 1, 2. That's it.
And I also like when people help kids.
I'm on my f***ing lunch break, okay?
So what would happen if Roddy Piper led a fitness and self-defense video for kids?
Well, you put the cassette in, you push the right button, already you're smarter than most kids.
Oh, you put in a videotape into the VCR all by yourself? Well, that's good. Well, that's good now, young fella. That's good, because Roddy Piper thought you were a moron now.
You want to get fighting fit, huh? First, you gotta promise me that you'll never quit.
I promise to never quit.
But kids, get set to sweat.
Probably something you can't say on YouTube.
Dare to dream. That's what this old man told me one time.
Wait, did we just transition to a Roddy Piper audition tape?
Good day, Mr. Kubrick.
Let me tell you a little bit about myself.
I am a 20-year-old from the theater center of the Juilliard School.
I left home when I was 13.
I say that not as a statement of conceit, but humbly as a simple fact.
My fight was for survival as I hitchhiked from town to town with nothing but my wits and my bagpipes.
You will view many different faces, see many people.
I slept on the street.
Some faces more attractive than mine,
It sounds much more romantic than it is.
others not quite as attractive.
You know, I even had to fight a guy one time over a piece of cardboard.
Oh, hi, I'm sorry to interrupt. I came here for the fitness video.
I like to think of myself as a young Alec Guinness.
Do you guys need us for any of this?
I stayed in a youth hostel, but you could only stay one night, and it cost you 25 cents.
Okay. Rowdy Piper then takes us to his childhood boxing gym, but I also bet it isn't.
And I was fast too, man. I could turn out the light and be in bed before the room was dark.
You serious?
Rowdy Piper. Piper then tells us his old nickname from high school.
Of course, old cocky Rod.
And I can't remember why we're here.
The first thing I do is I go out in the street, get in a street fight, and breaks my hand as fate would have it.
Hey, old cocky Rod, do an impression of an old-timey gold prospector.
So, it turns to wrestling.
Roddy then reminds us that this is a fitness video for kids.
Yeah. No. That's how we busted it the first time.
And decides to set a good example.
You know what we do now? We backshands them. That's what we do.
That's all I can stand. I can't stand no more.
But you know, God takes care of fools and babies.
Was this written by Tommy Wiseau?
You know what they say, love is blind.
Rowdy Piper then decides to take further advantage of our attention and use this as a time to workshop more of his monologues.
And I had a dream.
I ain't gonna walk again.
I wanted to go to the Olympics.
Not even on crutches.
I was destined for it too, man.
You wanna know something?
I have my coach,
You wanna know something?
but you know, they have an old saying where I come from.
I'm scared.
Acting.
Piper tells all the bored kids at home how he got into professional wrestling and then almost falls off of a bridge. Rowdy then proves that he's seen Titanic.
I'm on top of the world now.
That's close enough. Just do the arm thing. Several minutes into this fitness video and we haven't even warmed up. So they show us a bunch of London's most terrifying street youths.
20 years on the street and you learn a lot, but not the stuff you wanna learn, man.
Piper plays his bagpipes and all the kids run into the local courthouse, change into Rowdy t-shirts, and we're finally gonna get fighting fit. Piper tells us he's gonna start the video soon and teach the kids how to work out.
Then I got this guy.
Oh, jeez. I'm getting a bad feeling about this.
Uh-oh, That sure does look like someone else's intellectual property.
Aye.
Probably just a funny legal coincidence.
The grave digger!
Oh, that's ill-advised.
Then we finally get to the exercise.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
It's false. No way. Not this time.
Oh, hello! I'm so glad you could come.
But I know his name is Dr. McGrapple, which does imply that he's Scottish.
I'm Scottish. So glad you could come. Dr. McGrapple, always glad to see you.
But the accent,
I got to tell you something first over here.
I don't think it's correct.
Oh, because I'm watching you.
And Mr. Horny. Right? You know what I'm talking about.
Dr. McTerms of Service violation then tells the kids to get their parents' permission to do the workout that we are finally getting to.
You know, the body's just like a machine.
Pure fiction. It's fiction. It's fiction. We made it up.
Oh my God, this is what purgatory is.
The oil in your car is the blood in your veins.
Oh yeah? Maybe I'll just see how much oil I have in there.
Dare to dream.
We're 9 minutes into this fever dream of a fitness video that I dare you to start. Rowdy starts us with a warm-up that's mostly jiggling.
And then shake it off again. Shake, shake. Now scream like chickens.
Was this written by Tommy Wiseau?
Cheep, 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 cheep.
Next, we're going to do called the chicken wing.
What's with this guy and chickens?
No pain now. You know, there's a stupid saying.
I'm scared.
Oh, yeah.
This video feels like when you have allergies and then you take Sudafed so you'll feel better, but you kind of take it too late in the day and then you decide to play that game where you try to fight it and see if you can win and not fall asleep. But you fight it so long that the hallucinations start going, and you start hearing sounds, and then all of a sudden the sleep chicken breaks in and then he makes you go to bed. All right.
And then take a deep breath and let it all out. We're going to do Jabba the Hutt. Remember that big pizza-eating guy?
Finally, halfway through the video, we start exercising.
Now, these ones here, again, are good for drop kicks.
Is Roddy Piper assuming that these children have a series of drop kick related incidents that they need to prepare their bodies for?
These particular ones are called bullfrogs. Now, this one here is for when you're leapfrogging or drop kicking. You got to get that strength.
Is he just teaching kids how to do and defend drop kicks? Rowdy then convinces a boxing ring full of actual children to lay on the ground now and pummel your stomach and yell now, young fella.
We'll never quit! We'll never quit! Come on! Don't quit now! We're fighting fit! We're fighting fit!
Where are their parents now, young fella? After just under 16 or 17 hours, we finally get to what the video is really about. Fighting bullies.
And I'm not teaching you this so you can go out and be the local bully. I hate a bully!
Roddy then tells the kids that karate is garbage.
That's all baloney.
And that the best defense is walking up to any stranger and screaming,
That's not my dad! A little beautiful little girl, come here. That's not my dad! That's all baloney. That's not my dad! You say it.
That's not my dad!
That's not my dad!
No!
That's not my dad! Because you don't stand a chance.
and if they weren't already, Rowdy then scares the kids shitless.
Well, wait a second. Your mom called me, and she's sick, and she's in the hospital, and she needs you right away, so you got to jump in here. We got to get to the hospital right away because your mom's sick. That's not my dad!
But what about the bullies at school? I mean, everyone knows.
That's not my dad!
So how's do's we deal with them now?
I'm going to show you how to deal with that right now. Some of the things that bullies do is, for instance, you go to shake hands with somebody, you know those guys that squeeze on your hand and are just complete jerks? I'm gonna show you a sequence of 4 things here that you can do. That's not my dad!
Roddy decides to ruin the kid's grammar while he's there.
You don't want no trouble, all right? Tell me, you don't
want any trouble.
You don't want no trouble.
Don't want no trouble.
There you go.
But what if you don't want no troubles, but the bully done goes and grabs you anyways?
So all is as simple as this. You see, you take your hand and you grab around his thumb and you just take a step sideways like that, around behind him and down and walk away. And what do you say? That's not my dad!
Well, that's all fine and good, Rowdy Piper. But what if you're getting bullied by somebody who's only 3 feet tall and ain't got no feet?
We got any?
I ain't gonna walk again.
Rowdy Piper then decides to, with a straight face, teach the children fake wrestling moves that they can use as self-defense. Here's what you do if your 5th grade math teacher tries to book you in a match. They try to book you in a match in 5th period with someone you don't like too much now.
Oh, and all you do, jump on them.
They never quit to start fighting.
You're gold when you're a kid, man. You're gold when you're a kid.